What comes to mind when I say the word DL? Is it the gym guy you see all the time in the gym with the muscles? Every day he has to be in the gym. Is it the woman that has a husband that is cheating every 2-3 days, that just keep chasing everything? Everything with skirts, everything with a hole. It doesn't matter what hole it is. Is it the overly homophobic guy or person you know? It could be your uncle. It could be your brother. It could be your husband, your boyfriend. It could even be your father. I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot me. I, Jiminique, I'm the cleanest bitch. Depending on you, I could be the meanest bitch. I told the nigga if he wanted, he could eat it quick. Let me see a couple dollars for you eat the shit. This bitch is talking so much, I got a headache. If they think the competition, look at their aesthetics. The body nice to tell me I'm athletic. That's why these bitches acting so pathetic, they regret it. You guys know I always bring important issues, topics that you guys should know about, you know. So today, we are going to be talking about DL men. So, what are DL men? And what does DL stand for? It's just how you spell it is DL. That's it. What does it stand for? Down low. Now, why is it called down low? Because they're hiding down low. They're down low. Not trying to be seen, you know? No, but on a serious note, it's down low because these are men that are portraying to be straight, heterosexual men, but in secrecy or behind closed doors, where no one can see them, they sleep with men. Okay? They sleep with men. So, you know, this information I will give you guys, let me just say to you guys now, if I didn't do my research to see how many men, if you guys knew how many men are actually DL, how many married men, how many men with baby mamas scattered everywhere, how many men, like, you would be surprised, even your brothers, your uncles, your fathers, your grandpas. I'm not even joking with you guys now. There's like a lot of DL men out there now. A lot of DL men. So, why are they DL? Because I think I'm talking for the black community now, but I would say now for every community, but mainly like the black community, they shame a lot of the gays. Today is 2026. Nobody gives a F if you're a gay. You know, nobody cares. I mean, your family will, your closest friends would. So I won't be, you know, because realistically, I can tell you nobody cares, but they do. Your mom, your dad, they probably do, especially if it's people like of culture, of background, you know, reputable people in the community where you grew up or something like that, you know. So, a lot of times it's very hard accepting that your child is DL for one or multiple reasons, you know. It's just, I think people are mainly afraid of what people will say. And then I would say also it has to do with like tops, bottoms. If you know about like the LGBT community and you know about gay men, it comes into 2 categories or 3, I would say now, because they can be verse. You have top, bottom, and verse. So obviously the top, it will be who is giving, bottom will be who is receiving, verse is who can switch that role, because it has there's gonna be a role, even in their relationships and whatnot, you know. So I think it's more about like your son you had, like imagining them receiving, God forbid. Do you understand? So a lot of people will come on here and lie and say, oh, I wouldn't mind if my child were gay. You would feel some type of way about it. Yeah, maybe you will go online and say I wouldn't. You would feel some type of way about it, and this is why a lot of men hide their sexuality, because in the eyes of women, it makes them look less manlier. So this is why they hide it, you know. And a result of hiding this is making men become more abusive in the relationships that they are in. So as they are becoming abusive, women are running from relationship, asking what the problem is. But the problem with the men now we have nowadays, a lot of trauma, and also most of them are bisexual or down low or just gay, you know, down low, just gay. They don't want to admit it. You understand? Because of the cultural, the background, the cultural background they come from, how the family will react. Some of them are the breadwinner. How are they going to react? They're afraid that the family is not going to see them as manly, you know. And that's no excuse, because what I would want to say to every DL man that is out there, what I want to say to you is, I can never fully be in your shoes, understand how it is to be you. I'm sorry that you are living a life that you feel like it is a fake life. It is a life you cannot be yourself. I do apologize for that. But that is no one's fault. This is the circumstances you are in. So do not take an innocent person's child, an innocent woman, a young lady coming up, pretend to love her, pretend to be a straight man, or have babies here and there, create broken homes. Because that's why broken homes, just because you cannot be the person who you are meant to be. Now, this is my take on it, you know. So please, I'm not making excuses for them hiding it, but I can understand why they're hiding it. And I do not condone anybody manipulating, anybody giving false information, lying to somebody just in hopes of concealing who they truly are. No. They do have a lot of DL women as well, but DL men are who we mainly talk about. And some men are bisexual. This is what I will say. So when you see that a man is DL, it's not always that he is just gay. He might be bisexual as well. That's another thing. So some of the signs that a man is DL is, one, he's overly abusive to women. That could be emotionally, psychologically, physically, just abusive in general. Like, he's just an abusive person and he can't help it. That is who he is. You know, so yeah. Most of them go to the gym. They try to prove that they are overly masculine, you know, that they are overly masculine men. So they will go to the gym a lot, try to build, to have big muscles, to convince you and the rest of the people. Most of them hang out with their boys, like all the time. They will hang out with their boys, and most of the time they are sleeping with one of their boys. If you have had like a guy you like, or a guy you are getting to know, you see that he has this one friend, male friend, that every time that male friend sees you, he's always angry, like he has something against you. You can see that the energy shifts. Yeah, most likely that's. Or the friend always tries to throw jabs at you, like jokes. They will say it's jokes, but it's really like rude. That's that friend. That's that friend. A man that just is too homophobic, because I will tell you this, real straight men, they do not give a fuck about your sexuality, as far as you don't try to force it on them. Do you understand? You don't force it on them. They do not really care. Well, now in societies we might have some people that might stay away from you, or you know whatnot. That's just the immature people now in today's society that we are living in. You know, you are just immature if you choose to just stay away from somebody just because they are gay. So any man that is just homophobic, attacking gays all the time, like, what? That nigga gay? Like, I don't fuck with gays. Like, oh, he gay? We're not gonna talk to him no more. We're not gonna... Come on. Like, this 2026, come on. If you see a homophobic man, like, I mean, like, proper homophobic guy, check him. He might be one of them. Check him. And like I said, I'm not here to bash the gays, but me, I just like honesty. I like people that choose to be truthful with who they are, with whatever they are doing. You do not have to bring it out to the public and be like, oh, I'm gay, and carry the gay flag. But it is important to let your partners know your preference. Like, if you are with a woman, you tell the woman you are bisexual, you are attracted to men and women, and you sleep with both men and women, so that, like, let's say you end up cheating one day or something like that, and you cheat with a man, it's not something that's gonna, like, bring a big shock to somebody, or, like, you know, entirely, like, take someone off guard. You know, it'll be like, okay, he told me. And your partner can also protect themselves, because bear in mind, I think a lot of, like, the main reason why a lot of women don't want to be with a bisexual man or a down low man is because of STDs, HIV. Now, let's be honest, and I'm not trying, please don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that it's only gays that have HIV or STDs. No, a lot of heterosexual people get HIV and STDs. But when we look in the gay community, it is a lot of HIV is many in the LGBTQ community. So yeah, so I just think it will give the partner an opportunity to keep themselves safe, you know, and avoid certain things, like maybe go on PrEP. Is it PrEP they call it? Yeah, PrEP. That, you know, a lot of people with partners that have HIV, because now you can be with a positive, a HIV positive partner, and you can be negative taking PrEP, you know. So I think that's why a lot of women choose not to be in relationship with men that sleep with men, and they have a right to. Everybody wants what they want. Everybody wants, like, has what they like, you know, have what they like. Like, if I don't want to sleep with men that sleep with men, that's me, that's my boundary, that's what I want. And if you as a man want to sleep with a man, with both men and women, that's fine. But don't try to like, you meet me, you convince me you're 100% into women, and then maybe after a few kids I come and find out that you are not even only into women, or maybe you are not even into women at all, you are into men, you know. Yeah. So a man that cheats a lot, like, he's just always cheating, he's just here, there, always womanizing, a womanizer. Like, a man that will tell you, oh, my dream is to be, I want to be like King Solomon. There's actually a guy that said that rubbish to me before, you know. I want to be like Solomon. And I was thinking to myself, he even told somebody I know, he was like, I want to have kids here, then there. Like, you know, the overly sexual ones, they be down low. And majority of them have done it at least once, like the physical act at least once. At least once, sis, I'm telling you, at least once. You'll be lucky to hear about it. It's only a few, just like a tiny amount of them that will be honest about it. But you might get to know, you might not get to know. It might be a secret, you know what I mean? So, and the ones that you see are jealous of you, like they don't, you know, the way a man is supposed to be, where he's supposed to hype you up, like maybe you achieve something good happens to you, and he's like, oh, I'm so happy for you, babe, like, I'm proud of you, you know, he's telling his friends, like, oh, my woman achieved this, she achieved that. This one, no, he's not happy, he just gets quiet. Like, all you get is silence, or all you get is ignoring of your achievements, things that he's supposed to just say to you, congrats, you know, that simple. He will just downplay it or whatever, or just be in complete silence as if he never heard anything, as if nothing's going on, you know. Yeah, so they have this guy called the DL Whisperer. He came out, they've had like a few, I would say, DL Whisperer, but he calls himself DL Whisperer. So I'm going to put in a video of him, and then I'm going to put in a clip of other people, other signs that they put out for you to watch out for. But women, let me just say this. It is really scary out there. Like, if you knew the amount of DL men that we have, like, for example, in Nigeria, who do you guys think is like funding Bobrisky's life? Who do you guys think is funding James Brown or all those people? Do you think it's a woman that's sleeping with them, giving them money? So, women, I will say to you, this DL thing is everywhere. It is everywhere. And the men that you will see that partake in this, you would never believe. You know, I hear a lot of men, especially traditional men, they will say, oh, if we could see how many men a woman has slept with on her forehead, and you know, we would not pick these women to be wives, blah blah blah. There's something called a manhood, I think, to many women. Your manhood, I think, once you decide to be with another man, I think you kind of give that manhood up. And if it could be written how many men that do that with other men, you women would be shocked. Some of your own husbands. So, really be careful. Really pray for discernment, for God to show you the type of partner you have. Because most of them hide it. And if you do find out that your partner is on the down low, please do not come out and expose. Do not come out and expose. Please, like, that's the last thing you should do. If you could even, like, get away, move somewhere to another city, move somewhere, but do not expose them, because majority of them can kill to keep this a secret for you to never know. Majority of them will be like 80, 90 years old and have been portraying to be straight since they were like, since they started dealing with women since the age of 15, 16. A lot of them are gay for pay, so they are not actually like, but you're gay, because if you're sleeping with men, a lot of them do it for money, so we call them gay for pay. A lot of them, there's different reasons, you know. So I want you guys to know that that it is possible. Stop looking at it as if it's not. It doesn't matter the race, it doesn't matter the cultural background, especially the men from like the cultural background, like traditional men. And I'm a black woman, so I would say black men, my black race, my black men, I think like 80% or 85% are DL. Yeah, I kid you not, like a DL, because guys, like if you go on YouTube, you will see like pastors in America, pastors getting exposed for sleeping with like gay boys online, you know. There was one, he was sleeping with the guy, he was even a adult film creator, like a star, you know, and he was sleeping with this guy without protection, a married pastor. Yeah, go on YouTube, just put in married pastor exposed by DL, like you'll see that. So now I'm gonna put in some video here of the DL Whisperer. Shout out to the DL Whisperer. I'm really happy with the type of work you do. I'm glad that you do stand up for us women. He speaks about a lot of things, so people in the LGBT community and people that, because I'm not saying that it's right for him to be exposing the DLs, but it's good for us to know as women. You can even pay him to do a test for you. It's good for you to know. I think he's actually doing a lot of good than a lot of harm. So it depends how you see it, because he's gotten a lot of hate. So I'm going to put his video here, put some other videos of some DL stuff that I found online, and I hope you guys like it.
Part, whatever. So a DL man is always going to want to argue. Like, if you're with a DL man, he's always going to pick an argument. He always wants to argue. He's always going to be moody. He's always going to find something wrong with everything you do to, of course, pick an argument. And like I tell people, they try to create this relationship where they're always going to pick at you because they want you to feel inadequate, that you can't do anything right. And what that's going to do is create a relationship where you feel like you need validation from them. So you're going to do everything in your power to be perfect for them and get their validation, and they're still not going to give it to you because they don't like women. They're just doing that because they're trying to do something so that way when they do eventually leave you, or they can push you to leave them. Because listen, if you're with the DL man, don't expect him to leave you, because I'm sure you're making it so easy that he doesn't want to leave. You're paying the bills, you're taking care of him, he's driving your car, he's cheating on you, and you're not doing anything. Why would he leave? Why?
Signs you're dating a down low man. A down low man is a man that portrays to be straight but is actually gay on the low. Usually they use women, or they talk to women or date women as a mask to hide their real sexuality. Just want to preface this by saying there's nothing wrong with being gay. We love the LGBT community, but men who are down low are extremely dangerous to women. These are some things to look out for. So 1, being super secretive, like especially with that phone. If you go grab that phone and you're trying to go through it and he's willing to break down a door and smash a glass window to get to that phone, like he has the Krabby Patty secret formula on that phone, just know there is more than women on that phone. That is ridiculous. Sometimes they avoid intimacy, or they have trouble being intimate with a woman, trouble getting hard, or on the opposite end, they're overly sexual, overly promiscuous, fucking everything that lives and breathes to overcompensate for what they got going on, the demons that they're fighting, and to convince themselves and others that they are not gay. Men who are hyper masculine, like on a obnoxious, like almost satirical level, like, I'm a manly man. Or men who are overly homophobic to the point where it's so extreme where it's almost like, are you okay? Like treating gay people like they are literally disgusting specimens. Like, it's unnecessary and over the top. And usually when men are overly homophobic, I immediately think they're gay, and they do it to try to like make you think that you're not gay, but it makes them look even more gay. If you noticed, a lot of down low men have never been in a real relationship with a woman, or a long-term relationship with a woman, no real emotional connections with a woman. Why is that? Especially if you're like a grown-ass adult, you've never experienced an emotional connection with a woman, you've never been able to hold a relationship. Why? I feel like men who constantly cheat and lie, or like men who buy prostitutes, they're gay. Like, because I don't know. That's just a personal opinion of mine from experience, but I'm sure there's a ton of other women who can vouch for that specific thing. If he doesn't talk about you guys' future, like there's no talk about marriage, kids, house, picket fence, cars, a business, nothing about your future, and you guys been dating and you're grown, like, why? Why have we not been talking about that? Because you're ending up with a man in the future and you know that, right? If you've heard rumors, a lot of the time when there's gay allegations, them gay allegations are real. Pay attention. When you hear about, the man you're dating and, oh, I heard he was gay, I heard he did it. Pay attention to that. Don't ignore it. Men who abuse women, men who physically abuse women, gay, immediately. Why are you hitting a woman? Why are you beating on a woman? Are you okay, sis? Like, are you in competition with me? And once again, there's nothing wrong with being gay. You should never be ashamed of being gay. You should not be ashamed to love what you love and be who you are. But down low men are not only dangerous to women because of their mental and emotional, but to their physical as well, their health. Down low men who fuck men on the low and then go fuck their partner, there's a huge risk for sexually transmitted diseases. I'm not saying that straight people can't get it, but you're putting your partner at a high risk, and it's just fucked up.
Listen, men that abuse women, whether that be physically, emotionally, spiritually, are usually DL. I cannot stress this enough. There are so many men that just want to be women, but they just can't stand in that truth, okay? They feel like women have it easier. They feel like women can just put themselves together, go out, and just get somebody to take care of them. They feel like women don't have to, when it comes to dating, front all of the expenses and all these different things. They feel like women can just have the easier life, that they get more opportunities, especially if you're a beautiful woman. And a lot of men, they secretly envious of that. They secretly hate that because they feel like, why can't I have that? I look good too. Why do I always have to work so hard? I've actually had men say to me, and they didn't mean to let it blurt out, but they were talking and just opening up and say, I hate women. Or they would just be opening up and say something like, I hate being a man. Sometimes I hate being a man. Who hates being a man? Why would you hate being a man? But they hate being a man because they feel like society puts so much pressure on them to be a certain type of man. They feel like they haven't identified what a man means to them. They're still going off of what society says a man means. And so because of that, they hate themselves. They hate being themselves. In turn, they hate women because they feel like women have it easier. And usually those type of men, and I'm not saying it's some men that just have their issues with women, but a lot of those men are secretly down low. They want to be a woman. They want to have the life of a woman. And they don't know how to live in that truth. So instead, they make women pay for it. They abuse them physically, mentally, and spiritually. There's so many men that have been locked up in jail because they have abused women, that they actually have taken women out because of this reason, because they just couldn't live in their truth. And now they're in the jail living in their truth. And now that woman is gone, all because he wanted to be her? Make it make sense.
Like I told you, it could be anywhere. It could be in your church. It could be in your house. It could be in your family. It could be your brother, your uncle, your father, your whatever. So please engage with me in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know if you ever heard about the term DL before. Let me know if you knew anything DL. And if you have any DL experiences, if you are DL. If you are DL, comment anonymously. Let us know your experience. And Black people, or people in general, because my channel is not just for Black people, but please, I would like to say this. The term judge not a book by its cover, it's a very interesting term, because you can meet a lot of people that are a certain way, but when you get to speak to them, you notice that they are different from what you expected or the image that you had in your mind, So, do not judge people based on they are this or they are that. This will make the gay community or our gay brothers and sisters to want to come out, to want to live freely as themselves. So let us not judge other people. Let us be more accepting of people wanting to be themselves. And I think this will stop a lot of DLs. Yeah, stop a lot of DLs, a lot of men from living on the DL. I think it will give them that space to come out and know that they are being accepted for who they are, you know. Or even if you are not like embracing it, but at least it comes without like judgment, you know. Let's create a space where they feel like they can come out and they can be who they want to be without fear of judgment, of, you know, something happening to them, attack, emotional abuse, you know, something like that. So let's do better as people. So guys, this is it for me. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Catch me on my next video.